Billy Ford Gucci and a racing cam and a supercharged. Look at Buddy hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod.
About the external airbag. Several things they don't talk about. It's supposed to keep a person that you're going to hit that's walking down the street or across in front of you or jumps out or falls out of the sky. I don't know. But it's supposed to give an airbag out there and give them a little cushion. And instead of running into them with your car, it knocks them down the street with an airbag. I don't know how this works. I really don't. And they haven't said, General Motors has not said what they're going to use for a detection system. In other words, when do you set the airbag off? You can't let the driver do it. It won't be fast enough. You got to have some kind of sonar, radar, some high-tech goodies to jump up and say, whoa, let's turn on the airbag and not kill this guy. Or if it's a Takata airbag, let's take a chance on it. Because I can't imagine. Can you imagine Takata making this kind of airbag? It'd be like driving a bazooka down the street. You don't know if it's going to go off or not. I'm going to wait until I see this work correctly, because I don't know how you're going to detect a human being in front of your car or alongside your car or a bicycle or whatever in time to do this. If you can't stop the car fast enough, we'll see. We'll see if it works. I mean, stranger things have happened, you know, and I've been fooled several times. The car guy, don't say that out loud, but I have, with technology that I didn't think they were going to get. And by golly, they got it. So, okay, let's wait and see what happens. I got to tell you, I got a couple lists coming up, but I got a couple things from around the car business that we're going to talk about real quick. First of all, my vote for the Sad Sack Company of the Year, who else? Uber. Even Takata, VW, even they didn't have the mass chaos of this poor startup ride company. Oh, my God. Multiple new executives they've been through. They've been thrown out of several countries and cities. They've been charged with sexual harassment across the country, sexism charges, racism charges, questionable software technology sources. Remember Operation Grayball where they stole it? Oh, need I go on? I could, but I'm not going to go on. That's enough for them. I beat up on Uber enough, I think. It is what it is. Silicon Valley. This is kind of cool. A company called Byton is planning to manufacture a vehicle with a display dashboard of a 49-inch TV. It's going to be 49 inches of highly distracted driving. Can you imagine a 49-inch display in your car and you're trying to drive? I told T-Rex this story. He said, well, you know what? It'd be fine if it wasn't somebody else was driving the vehicle or the computer was driving it. But for the driver to have that kind of thing to play with, that can't be good. Come on, you know that. My God. And now Lamborghini, and for now, this is just for now, they said, Lamborghini is saying poo-poo to electric vehicle performance vehicles. Like I care. They saw that 800 horsepower Corvette coming out, and they went, oops, we can't compete with those guys. So let's go poo-poo on the electric vehicles. We'll just go internal combustion. But guess what? 2040, can't sell your Lamborghinis to the stars in California because they can't drive them on the roads. Toyota, on the other hand, plans to sell 1 million electric and hydrogen-powered vehicles every year by 2030. 1 million vehicles per year, hydrogen and electric power. Whoa. Now, in China again. In China, a new startup, NIO, N-I-O, has launched its first mass production vehicle model to compete with the Tesla in China. This is only in China now, where Tesla was catching on pretty good, but it's pretty expensive. Chairman William Li says his ES8 model is half the price of the Tesla X, will go 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, and is equipped with an artificial intelligence system. Hoo-hoo. And oh yeah, it can be ordered through an app. You should also know, in China, all manufacturing is state subsidized. So the government takes care of them. In the meantime, there's another story, and I got to do this complete. This will be a story I'll do next week or the week after. Only on this. China is building like a conglomerate. They're going to take all their car and vehicle manufacturers and autonomous technology, and they're going to build like a super duper company. And it's going to be subsidized by the government. Okay. SoftBank Corporation. SoftBank Group Corporation. I never heard of them. Don't care. But they have succeeded in their bid to buy a huge stake in Uber. They bought a bunch of Uber. Uber's in trouble, I'm telling you. Just stay tuned on this and we'll find out what's going on with that. If you bought a new car in 2017, I'm going to tell you the losers. If you bought one of these, you bought a loser. I have 12 vehicles here that after extensive research, I have found them to be the ones that lose the most money. Now, it might not always be the most dollars and cents, but percentage-wise, at the cost of the vehicle, apples and oranges, like a vehicle that costs $100,000, if it loses 35%, of course, loses more money than a vehicle at $30,000 that lost 35%. But percentage-wise, these are the top 12 vehicles. If you bought one of these in 2017, you took a beating. Number 12, or the least of the 12, is the Buick Regal. 31.2%, but of course, it translates to $11,525 on your 2017 Buick Regal. Number 11, Chrysler 300. Hello, 31.7%, or $13,351 you lost on your Chrysler 300 last year. Cadillac ATS, 31.8%. Or about $7,000, $6,999. Does the ATS cost less than the Chrysler 300? Hello. Number 9, Fiat 500. These little Fiat 500, 31.9%, or $11,106 you lost last year on that Fiat. Jaguar, 32.3%, or about $19,966. 20 grand you lost on your Jaguar. Lincoln MKZ, 33.8%, $14,000. Nissan Maxima, number 6, 34%, $12,469. By the way, the MKZ and the Maxima are going bye-bye. Mercedes, C250, 34% or 34.3%, or $15,000. Kia Sedania, 34.3%, or $12,900 for $13,000. Let's say it that way. Number 3, the Volvo S60, 34.4%, translate to about $14,000. Number 2, the Lincoln MKS now, which also is going bye-bye. The MKs are going away. 34.5%. $16,000 you lost on the Lincoln MKS. And number 1, my favorite little piece of junk in the world, the Fiat 500L. 34.6%, or $8,000 you lost on that car. If you lost $8,000 on a 500L, I think the car you're worth more than the car. Let's see who's on the car phone. Hey, you're on with the car guy.
Hey,
hello.
Happy New Year, George.
Happy New Year.
You remember me? Yeah, this is Uncle Joe over here in Valpo.
Uncle Joe,
Checking in with you.
the man from the Soapbox Derby. My favorite weekend of the year is the Soapbox Derby in Valpo. How you doing?
June 24th.
June 24th this year?
Well, I'm sorry?
I said June 24th this year?
Yes, sir. That's the Saturday.
You can count T-Rex and I in, boy. We'll be there.
All right. We're looking forward to it. And the guys from Region Rides can come, too.
Oh, absolutely.
I couldn't come up and...
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you can work on them days. The reason I called, George, and I know you may not be able to answer completely, but I was just messing around since I'm older, don't drive much. I always hear people saying, it's cheaper to lease than to buy some of these cars. Can you, do you have an opinion on that, or could you develop something the next time to kind of show, senior citizens that don't use a car much? And
I got to tell you, Uncle Joe, I definitely have an opinion on that. Let's put it that way. I can give you the facts as I know them. It can be cheaper to lease. It can be cheaper to lease if you don't put a lot of miles on. But when you sign a lease, you got to read the fine print because those guys are something else. 30 years ago, maybe 25, I had a lease vehicle for my shop, and I got in a car wreck. The truck was totaled. I got sued by the lease company for the profit they lost on a 3-year lease. I had to pay them $1,000 cash out of my pocket. So you got to watch that. If there's any kind of problem, always read the fine print, Joe. But you're right. If you don't put miles on, it's going to be a lot cheaper to lease. It really is. If you're high mileage. Yeah,
that's just for the people who, we're becoming a graying community type thing, and
tell me about
it's something to think about,
Tell me about it, Uncle Joe. Gray seems to be the only color I know anymore. And I tell you what, I used to pop out of bed in the morning. Now I got to sit on the side of the bed and figure out which muscle's going to ruin me today. Woo.
Well, I tell you, it's good to hear your voice again, George.
Honest to God, Joe, it's good to hear you. And we'll be out to Valparaiso. We're coming out to see you, buddy. We'll be coming out to see you. And Happy New Year out there to the boys. Tell Mike and the rest of them Happy New Year.
You bet.
All right, Joe. Thanks for calling, buddy. Oh, that's Uncle Joe Kuziak from Valparaiso. He's one of the sponsors at the American Legion of the Soapbox Derby that yours truly and T-Rex and a couple of the gang go. We're going to drag Mark Collier and his boy with us this year. And I'll bet, what do you think, T-Rex? The boy gets bit by the bug and becomes a Soapbox Derby racer. I'll bet you. It's just a lot of fun. He's right at that age where it's time to start getting ready to start driving your own Soapbox Derby. I love it.